It's official, these humanoid robots are building other humanoid robots. A video showing this went viral almost instantly, sparking concerns about exponential growth and of course fears about human job losses. So let's break it down in this video, which company is behind this, what's actually happening in the video, and whether humanoids building other humanoids is a real growing trend or just hype. First of all, the video was posted on the social channels of Unitree, a Chinese company already well known for being the first to sell humanoid robots for around $16,000, in particular the G1. They also released a more entertainment-focused model, the R1, and they're currently developing the H2, one of the tallest and heaviest humanoid robots out there. Not to mention their quadruped robots, maybe we'll talk about them in another video. All of this pushed them into the spotlight, putting them among the big players alongside companies like Boston Dynamics. Now, in the video we mentioned, the main character is a G1 robot, and it appears to be autonomously assembling internal components of another G1 units. The video was clearly meant to showcase their new Embodied AI model, basically an AI system designed to help robots understand and interact with the physical world. In this case, it's called Unifo LM X10, an evolution of their previous Unifo LM model. Another interesting detail, the hands, because these aren't the standard hands you get with the G1, which are pretty basic. They rely mostly on internal cables to open and close. They can move some fingers individually, sure, but they're not very versatile, especially like in this case when dealing with tiny objects. So instead they used a kind of grippers. The name isn't officially confirmed and the design looks a bit rough, almost like a prototype, but it strongly resembles a slightly modified version of the Unitree Dex 11, and on their website you can actually see it working with very similar objects. Apparently it can use tools like screwdrivers or even hammers, although we're talking about automated screwdrivers, of course. Looking at the specs, it can open up to 9 centimeters and close down to just 0.1 millimeter with a grip force of 120 newtons. Not incredibly strong, but definitely more precise and reliable than standard hands. And honestly, that's about it. Even the YouTube description of the video was extremely short, but paradoxically the lack of information triggered a lot of questions and discussions online, because for a long time now people have been talking about the idea of humanoid robots building other humanoid robots, creating this dystopian exponential effect where more and more robots get built in less and less time. And when you combine that with existing fears around AI, yeah, it's not very comforting. But if we stay grounded, there are three main reasons why this scenario is much less dystopian, at least for now. First, scale. Aside from this test from Unitree, there's basically no company doing this continuously at scale. There have been small tests, for example, Aptronic's Apollo robot assembly some parts, mostly hands or internal components of other units, but those were short experiments lasting just a few days. We've also seen similar things in Figure's BotQ assembly line, especially with the Figure 02 robots, but again, nothing continuous. And based on what these companies are saying, there are no signs of long-term investment in this specific direction. Right now, and probably for the next 4 to 5 years, this feels more like a flex, a way to generate hype, attract attention, and maybe convince other companies to buy their robots. Before we move on, quick pause. Leave a comment saying humanoid if you want to help me with the YouTube algorithm, or comment Terminator if you're on the pessimistic side when it comes to humanoid robots. Let's turn the comments into a mini poll now, moving on. Second issue, speed. In real assembly lines, especially in large companies, speed is everything, and both humans and traditional machines are extremely fast. Humanoid robots, on the other hand, are not. As we've seen in tests like Figure 02 working with BMW, for now they're very slow and often need assistance. Even in Unitree's video you can clearly see humans nearby, sometimes stepping in to help. Also, there's a detail many people missed: the video is sped up. If you watch at normal speed, it looks like this. As you can see, the competition is brutal. So at least in the early years you are not really saving time or money by using humanoid robot to build another humanoid robot, especially when you consider the initial cost, which can be quite high. And finally, there's another issue, durability. In one of Figure's tests, after just 6 months of relatively light work at BMW, the robots already looked pretty worn out. Nothing catastrophic, no major damage, but still noticeable wear. And remember, these robots are slow. They often drop objects, even fall themselves, so not only they slow down the workflow, they also need regular maintenance. Now, combine these three factors with the fact that Unitree has recently published a lot of marketing focused videos, like robots walking in minus 50 degrees conditions, dancing choreographies, robot boxing matches, even robot Olympics. At this point it becomes pretty clear. For now, and again probably for the next few years, companies like Unitree are not trying to create a system where humanoids mass produce other humanoids. These tests are mostly demonstration for marketing purpose. They show that robot can perform these tasks but very slowly. The real threat to humanoid workers, at least for now, still comes from traditional automation systems, like the ones I talked about in my video on dark factories. Anyway, that's my take. Let me know what you think in the comments, because humanoid robots are definitely a controversial topic. You'll also find some interesting books in the description if you want to dive deeper, and if you want to support the channel, consider subscribe or leaving a like. And for now, that's it for Unitree's robot builders. I'll see you in the next video where we'll break down another technology that could shape our future for better or worse.